Now, in a new house, and I'm not dead, and I still play bloody Asphalt almost every day. And yeah, I'm at 299 cars, just gonna take over to 300 and a bit. But yeah, a few people were like, "Oh, you should make a video. You should make a video." Yeah, figured why not. But yeah, the car that I had in mind to be car number 300 was the one from the Porsche 917 Living Legend event. Also, I have to say, oh, some Grand Prix advice for people inside here. If you happen to be playing a Grand Prix and you miss a day, it is not a good idea to kind of go all in towards the end. If you see the person who's in fourth, now I actually chucked myself into like tier 3 for this. So yeah, top 3 get a key. And yeah, all the way through it, that person who was in fourth position there was not doing so great, but also they had a car at 3478, same as myself. And that's what I put it to on like day one. I would always kind of just rank it up as pretty much soon as possible. But in the last couple of days, they decided they were going to gun it, and they brought their car up to the max like 5 stars in this. And the thing is, yeah, they were after missing a day on day 2 there, so like they were really tanked in terms of just what they could do, and they brought themselves back to where they tied with that person who was in third place. And yeah, any Grand Prix comes down to a tiebreaker, so it's going to look at the times. And we have the person who's here in third place, 128.6. And that person who, like, at best here was clawing back to tie, qualified by paying a fee. And, like, yeah, that's it. You're done. You automatically lose. Rule 2. Players that qualified by paying a token fee will always be under players with a recorded time. So, yeah, I mean, like, shot the Grand Prix in the foot by day 2, and then sink a load of tokens in on days 5 to claw back to a loss. Hopefully, look, hopefully that person got a key out of those packs, but wouldn't be advisable there to go for that, like I said. And tier 3, it's usually a nice easy place to kind of drop into for a bit of a challenge, but still key. I can only hope that person in fourth did as well. But yeah, this will be car number my 300. Oh, far too much of this game. I still find it enjoyable. Playing the Switch 2 version of it, by the way, have to say, the transition from Switch 1 to Switch 2 with the game, that was shocking. It actually worked worked mostly fine. There's a few options that I would point out to people. Maybe you probably will have noticed these. Hopefully, didn't turn on some of them. If you go into like the graphic settings, has the frame rate just lockable at 60. It's not too bad an idea to do. In general settings, the vibration, they made a change to it about a patch or two ago where the vibration's like insanely strong. I knocked it all the way down to 5%, and I find that just about enough. It's one of those things that definitely is like not overly enjoyable by myself. In terms of display as well, I don't know if you actually seen it here, but they do have this thing under display now, which is 3D mode, which actually makes the game into a red-blue 3D mode, where you actually need a pair of red and blue glasses. If you haven't have turned on that mode and you're thinking, why does my game look insane? Why is there weird blue lines around everything? It's because of that 3D mode inside the display. Make sure that's turned off if you're not using it. You need to have pretty good 3D vision and two good working eyes for that. I did actually go onto Amazon, bought a few sets of 3D the red blue 3D glasses. And yeah, I could see what they were going for it. It's weird. Nitro bottles and stuff stick out a bit. The cars have a weird kind of standout thing to it, but it's interesting. doesn't mention it at all in the notes of the game. Just there it is. But yeah, that's like I said, red, blue 3D. So if you're looking for those, it's literally the glasses where one of them is red, one of them is blue, and you have to sit like a fairly decent distance close to the screen. Some people genuinely can't see it. I personally have an issue with one of my eyes. It makes it very difficult. All 3D. Won't be getting myself a virtual boy. But yeah, it's a strange one they added. Now, I did say that's car number 300, and it is. However, here over in rank A, star up ready on the Ferrari FXK, I have a load of cars. One of the things I cannot handle in this game is the token grind. It is crazy. I have so many cars that are just sitting waiting on tokens to be poured into them. But I did get enough for this Aston Martin DBS GT Zagato. It's one of the ones where you get an absolute mountain of blueprints for it if you have a couple of the event cars that are around the place at the moment. There's number 301. So yeah, like I said, I was sitting on a couple of had enough blueprints for that for an upgrade. Just the one? Oh, maybe two? Yeah, why not? Like I said, the event that chucks out blueprints for that chucks them out like 25 or so at a time in the special stages of it. So yeah, that thing's up to already 3 stars. Flying. Also, this Ares Panther event on at the moment, and yep, we would just be at the day where I think stage 10, 24 out of 25 blueprints. I've got the required car for the day. What do I need? 5 nitro bottles, 129. Pretty sure I should be able to pull that off in a nearly maxed out 600 LT. Let's see. I should say the setup I have right now here is dodgy at best. Just currently a Maine Coon who is clawing at my leg. Hello, Don. And the screen is quite a distance away from where I'd like to be at, but should be able to pick up 5 nitro bottles and do a 129 on this old Rome stage. Oh, hope everyone that's like playing this is still having some fun. Like I said, it's still one of those games where I want to say it's a guilty pleasure, but I still find that like Switch 2 version of it in particular now is really nice. If you haven't made the upgrade, or are considering it, I have to say that like the more Switch 1 software that you have, that Switch 2 upgrade is just amazing. Some games go from being like things where they kind of struggle to nail resolutions and frame rates and stuff. On Switch 2, most of that Switch 1 software runs so much nicer. A few games like Asphalt and a few others gets like specific Switch 2 ports, but I have to say nearly every single bit of software I've played on Switch 2 just so much nicer looking. Like I said, I have quite a few games for the original Switch, many. But like it is one of those things where just like the more and more you have, the better it is as an investment to jump onto the new system. Really, I wasn't looking to see was I picking up nitro bottles. Did I get 5 or did I F up? Yay! So there's card number 302, I believe. And let's see. I don't think this needed a key or anything special. It was just a case of, straight up. Boom. Panther, unlocked. 302. Ay. Have quite a few more blueprints and stuff to pick up inside there. Because, obviously, at 300 cars, I tend to have enough for most of the special events in terms of what's being asked. There's the odd time where stuff, kind of like catches me out. But like in this event, it's one of those ones where if you happen to have some tokens, kind of like there's a load of blueprints to be picked up here. Now, like I've got a lot of these two even maxed out, but say like 60 blueprints there for the Mercedes AMG 1. Whoa, that's quite a lot. And the later rewards, people have kind of gotten stuck in this and are wondering like, oh, will I push into it a bit? Again, if you have tokens, that's definitely one that's kind of worth it to throw some into. There's a lot of really nice cards there, and towards the end, like, yeah, 25 blueprints per set. It's actually quite generous, and you just need to get to the 210 mark of conditions. But like, I guess there is a few cars in there that are early on that are just going to catch out some people. Yeah, but it's one that definitely, if there's like a little gap that you're stuck in there, it's not a bad idea. Now, as of the time of me recording this is going to take me a day to edit and upload. There is a couple of days left in the Drive Syndicate event, and there was a yeah, there was a Syndicate Coin bundle added into this thing, which made it possible to kind of like progress a little bit further. I would say you'd really, 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 really want to look and see, because like 10,000 tokens for 200k coins, you'd really want to see, is that going to get you deeper into the thing, or is it just going to get you stuck further in? Say for myself there, the Koenigsegg, the CC 850, that's something that I actually do have not got the key for, but have like seen nearly all of the blueprints for it. So for me, I might go and throw some of those tokens down on coins, because yeah, like I said, it's one of those cards where I've been sitting on it locked for quite a long while. Yeah, he's sitting there at 4 stars, 57 blueprints, missing the key, but yeah, that's attainable inside the Drive Syndicate. Like I said, 2 days remaining, but we just need to tear through the Ferrari stages, which needs it at 4 stars. Costly enough. But yeah, it's definitely is doable. They have some tokens, but like, Drive Syndicate's always one of those things where FOMO has not worked on me in some time in them, so you can kind of see it there. If you actually see the actual cars that I have, I've a lot of the Drive Syndicate stuff. I've just skipped over the final events of them. We'll take a quick slide through the garage, but I mean, it's mostly just picking up every single car that's available in events. I normally just do the what you call it, the standard season pass, and just yeah, soak up the cars in those, any of the events that are going. And ooh, one sitting there, Lamborghini Huracan, the D classed one. Haven't checked out that fully yet. Key needed for it. But yeah, just like I said, absolutely piling the cars on. You'd see a lot of these have required upgrades and stuff like that. Some of them are even sitting in a star up ready state. Um, I just didn't bother with a lot of them. Say like, and that's the thing. At 300 cars, realistically, there's like a handful which are useful for multiplayer for some of those events, and then obviously you break them out. But quite a lot of the time, and this is one of the things where, like, as you're kind of gunning through things, if you see, oh, there's this one new car, yeah, there's 300 other cars around the place too. Um, no car is particularly super special in this. There is the odd couple of like goats for multiplayer, but yeah, there's usually like a few different options, and it depends on kind of who you're pitted up against. Loads of the free options as well are still incredibly good. Like Hurricane Evo, you can pick up blueprints for that all over the place. And Dendrobium is like, yeah, if you can get the speed out of it in multiplayer, it's absolutely wonderful. Whereas, yeah, there's a lot of kind of like the harder to get cars that are kind of trash. Um, but yeah, there's so like it's one of the things that's been kind of cool with Asphalt all the time, is the fact that like cars that are good are just always good. They tend not to come down too heavily and nerf old solid cars. Did pick up the last of the blueprints for that Ferrari one, the Lego Ferrari, quite a while ago, but a load of these events end with just like, yeah, here's the car, here's the blueprints, and you never ever get anything else to do with them, so they just end up like, yeah, chucked into gathered dust, and until they actually get called on for yeah, to be a support car in one of the other events, yeah, I'll just yeah, you can see there like quite a lot of stuff. Even that M600, that's needed as a support car for this event, but I mean at 3.9k, it's still fine to tear through those stages. Star ready. Oh, finished off that Jaguar thing. Hate that car. A lot of the time we just, yeah, leave them in the states. Like at garage level 60, there's nothing else to be gained by leveling up the cars. It's the same again. They did add in a lot of cars, but and a lot of new garage levels, but it does cap out at 60 again. And yeah, you just collect more and more points towards, yeah, just no level up. Maybe in a couple of years' time there might be a new edition if the game is still up and running. Yeah, the Naren Hyper Coupe, the blueprints for that pop up inside in the actual shop for tokens every now and again, and for credits, I believe. And yeah, just grab some every now and again. Oh, that event that's on at the moment, the Ford Mustang, just grabbed the last of the blueprints to bring it up to the max level. I think it'll also feed me the last blueprints that are required for the the owl. I still have quite a few to pick up on that, but there's about, as of recording, there's about 20 days left on this, and yeah, there's a lot of additional blueprints to be picked up for that just for the in-game tokens from it. Now you can see it up here, like Bugatti Chiron, like from one of the Drive Syndicates, I believe that was. I'm not gonna go crazy and throw money at the game when it's like the 12th version of a Bugatti. Realistically, like a load of these cars kind of have similar-ish versions that are yeah, kind of easier to obtain, or ones that I just enjoy driving a bit more. I will say, like, yeah, say a lot of the ones at the end there, they're pretty much all of the ones from the last few Drive Syndicates, and I've just gone to a point now where I will play through them knowing the fact that, yeah, probably not going to finish those. And yeah, that kind of breaks FOMO quite a bit. And it's just like, yeah, then it's job done, isn't it? It's more a case of your kind of acceptance of missing out really kills the power that, like, yeah, they have kind of in the grip. As for myself, still playing away the Grand Tour. Yeah, there's a couple of spaces open in the club. We are like a bit down since like just being in the Switch only category. Kind of a bit slow to remove some of the older members and stuff like that. But yeah, there is a couple of spaces there if anyone's interested. You can drop a comment down below and say, hey, chuck me an invite if you want to try and boost us back up into the top 100. I still playing away quite a bit myself, but um, work and other stuff means like, yeah, having to not make stuff on YouTube. Also, like I said, moved house. Wow, that was a lot more work than we had expected. It would have been nice to be able to get something that was a bit more up and ready, but when we bought this place, but the place we moved into, yeah, it was kind of missing electricity and water, so there was a lot of renovations and stuff needed, and a lot of moving things back and forth. And yeah, the contents of my old place kind of didn't easily fit into the new one, so there was a lot of Tetris playing, moving around the place, and a lot of friends helped out as well, which is really cool to have when you're moving. Um, but yeah, if I can set up this here as a bit more permanent thing. Really enjoy a bit of multiplayer every now and again, and yeah, I'd be quite interested to see who is still playing from the people who used to jump into this channel, say hello, and are still alive. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video to unlock car number 300 and 301 and 302. I always do a bit more. But yeah, yeah, this is a better video where I used to say like, there's more videos from me here and here from certain events, but I guess now they're going to be like 2 years old on my channel because I haven't made anything in a long time. And I heard recently used to say that it wasn't just to promote my channel; it was a very good way of signing off. It's why most YouTubers have a way that they're like, and he's like, doot doot doot, and then bye. But yeah, maybe leave a comment down below if you watched this far. Cool. If you're still playing Asphalt, very cool. And yeah, like I said, if you have any questions at all about the Switch 2 version, Switch 2 itself, or yeah, anything at all, throw them down below and I'll see, might get back to them. And like I said, see if we maybe like do some multiplayer stream at a point, just if people are still around to play and active online. Good luck, guys. Happy racing.